Three, two, one, let's go. All right. This game is all about the big moves. We're back with another condensed go game, and the big moves are going to win this game, as they normally do. You don't want the small little moves, you want the big ones, and that's what this game is all about. So let's get into it. I'm black playing white, obviously, and here we go. I take the 4-4, goes to the bottom, 4-4. Right off the bat, I don't love that move. I don't know why people do this. He plays off the corner, and you're just inviting me to attack, which I do. You're just saying, hey, I don't want this corner that bad. You take it. And you're just inviting someone to take your corner, and then all of a sudden, your opponent's got three corners, and you only have one, and you're at a huge disadvantage right off the bat. So don't love it. It is what it is. Anyway, so we battle over that corner a little bit, and then look at that. Instantly, I only got two moves out here. I take a big move. This one, I could have played safe and played here. Maybe I could have played out here and really solidified that upper left-hand corner, but I said, no, thank you. I want to be bold. And I'm going to go out here, and maybe I can play again out here and steal some space. So he's got to respond to that. And so he does. Play ahead a few here. We have a little bit of a battle. He takes one of my stones, but we've kind of confined him into a little tight space there. And all of a sudden I have a nice little wall built out here. And look at that, taking a chunk again. So we've jumped off 3 or 4 spaces there. And we're saying we got a wall here. I want to build another wall out here and capture all that space in the middle. Kind of ignores it. Plays down at the bottom right. Okay, this is still vulnerable. You can still jump into the 3-3, so I don't love how he's playing these corners. Again, he could have jumped further. He could have made a bolder move and jumped out here. Personally, I maybe would have jumped up here and pushed into MySpace. MySpace.com. No. Okay, I ignore that. I take the bottom right-hand corner for myself. He plays up there. That's kind of a small move. So this is an example of this move right here. Doesn't do a lot. It does put some pressure on these two stones because they're kind of stranded by themselves right now with not much support. But he could have taken more space, right? You imagine if you're only taking, if you play here and you get, say 4 or 5 bits of territory when you play there versus your opponent who plays, assuming you had a stone here, versus your opponent who plays a little further. This is a bad example, but if you take 4 or 5 points per turn versus your opponent who's taking like 7 or 8 points a turn, you're losing the game every single play. So it's big moves here, right? And that just feels like a small move. But I do have to respond. Like I said, those two are kind of trapped on their own. Looks like we tighten that up. Okay, so I've sealed up that corner. Have it, no big deal. He seals up his two here. That's all safe. No big deal. What's he do next? I wouldn't say that's a big move. You're pressuring my stone, but you're not doing a whole lot for yourself because I'm just going to respond back and instantly looks like I'm going to seal up that corner. Okay, so I'm going to back up 2 here. He plays there. Not a big move, right? He's not pressuring me by playing there. These 3 stones are going to be safe anyway. He plays here. It doesn't really make them much safer. He's not putting me in any pressure situations. If I was him, like he's obviously building a wall here. He's building a wall here. It's just screaming to me to play in here somewhere. You play here or here, and all of a sudden, you got all this sealed up. That would be a big move. Like, instead of playing, let's just back this up one more. Instead of playing here, what if he played here? That's so much stronger. And it's a bigger move. You're getting way more space between these two and these two. But he doesn't do that. He plays a small little move. And it gives me a chance to make a big move because I don't have to respond to anything. I don't have to respond to that. There's no, I'm under no pressure. Nothing I have to do. So I'll say, yeah, I'll take that. If you're not going to take it, I'll take it. And then he does have to respond. But he goes in the down here. Okay, he probably should have played up there. I don't know. Is what it is. What are you gonna do? Just play this out a little bit. Like I should be able to get an eye up here, looks like, and it's gonna be connected to this group, and maybe I can jump right across. I'd say they're pretty well safe. So I've eaten into his space quite a bit. Like what was going to be this huge chunk of territory, I'm right in the middle of that now. So, um, just back it up one here. He's got to play here, and fair enough, because he maybe he's running a little bit this way, this group. But my next move, that's a bigger move, right? We got this corner, and all of a sudden I jump out about 3 or 4 spaces again, and now I'm saying I want this territory. I just added all that space with that one stone. It's a nice big move. Oh, he plays there again. Small move. He's threatening to cut me off, and that'll get him an eye or two in this space to survive. So I get it. Do I respond to that? I do. Okay, so I'm saying no. I don't want you to have an eye in there. So he's under a little bit of threat here, but I mean, if he plays here and here, he'll get an eye. He can still maybe get an eye in there somewhere, and he's probably got one out here. So I'd still say this group of his is safe. He's not under a ton of pressure, but he plays here, which is it's pressuring my single stone, but it's not a big move. And whatever, I respond. Look at that. Jump out. That's another big move. I'm saying I want all this now. I'm expanding from what was a line here all the way to here. Nice. He's got to respond, seal that up. He put some pressure on my loose stones out there. I like that play. All of a sudden, I'm saying, you know, I got this group up here. Yeah, I'm black. So I got this group up here. And I'm trying to link up here, but now I'm saying I'm going to take this and everything in the middle, and now that's actually going to be connected to this, and maybe I can go like this, and everything in the middle there is mine. So that's a nice strong play. Again, a big move. I'm 3 stones or 3 spots off this group, and I'm like this group here, I'm 3 spots off, and there's this group here, and I'm 3 spots off, and you're just giving yourself some breathing room. He attacks, I defend. Bam. So what is it? Again, he defends, but then again, there's no pressure on me right here. I put him in a spot where he's going to defend, and he does, but then I have free reign to play wherever I want, and I got this little line down here. I have this whole upper corner now. What if I can just seal this up, right in the middle? Throw one in the middle. Oh, he gets aggressive, responds to that. Okay, let's see if we can fight him off. And maybe not. He looks like he might do well. There's enough space there that he was able to throw in and get something. But no, I have this long corridor, and he's only got this tiny little space on the side. So my bigger moves have kind of won out here. He did a decent job, though. He gets a fair bit of territory there, as opposed to just giving that all to me. That would be a ton. But in fighting that off, I built a nice strong wall here. All it's going to take for me is like 1 or 2 little moves out here, and all that's mine. Big moves, baby, big moves. Look at that. Right away, I'm saying I want down here, and the next move maybe I can take up there a little bit more. Oh, see, that's a small move. He's slowly jumping out 2 stones at a time. And he doesn't even have that locked up. Like I said, I can jump in there at any point. So, and he's not putting the pressure on me. I don't have to respond to that. I can concede some space, but there we go, like clockwork. Because I got a nice strong line here. This is a nice, really strong line here. If I can make a nice line there, and then all that territory is mine. That's huge, absolutely huge. Big moves. He attacks up there, which kind of a small little move. Measly little defense. Okay, he gets aggressive. Tries to kill me off in there. Don't know if that's gonna work. Kill him off. Oh, I screwed up. This isn't gonna be good. Yep. Ouch. He put me in a double Atari there. I messed up. Let's go back a couple here. He played there. So now this group of 2 and this group of 3 each only have 2 liberties, and he can take 1 liberty away from each group by playing there. So he can put me into a double Atari with 1 move, and then he's guaranteed to take one of mine. I think I was letting this one live, thinking I could kill this one at any point, but now because it's a double Atari, he's got it. So what do? I put him in Atari. I end up taking those 3. Sure, he takes the 2. So he steals some territory in there. Well done. to you, sir, Will 1951. Damn, were you born in 1951? That's a long time ago. Okay, so yeah, he's given up some space down there, and sure enough, I've been talking about this whole game. I can throw down here at any time, and look at that, I do, because if you assume that you have this chunk, this whole game up until move 131, you're doing yourself a disservice because you don't have that whole space. You know, maybe he's thinking he's got all the way up to here or up here, but no, there's too much space in there. I can jump in and take some. So let's just quickly play that out. That's one of my favorite moves. Late in the game, if someone thinks that they have it won, and all of a sudden you're like, no, I'm going to take this corner, and I'm going to take something like, how many spaces is that? That's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's like a 14 points. I'll take it. 14 points in a game is huge, in a close game, so. Fight that off. Da-da-da-da-da. Let's just speed up here a little bit. Getting close to wrapping this one up. A lot of the big moves are done. Spawn in there. A lot of infilling here in the middle. Nothing crazy or game breaking at this point. You can kind of see what's going to happen here, right? Let's just count my chunks. I got this upper right hand corner. I have a nice chunk down here at the bottom right. This little space down here is like 14, 15 points down in the bottom left that I stole. And this is also a nice piece of territory. Oh, mama. Real good. And again, a little space up there that I stole. Don't forget that. I stole that one too when he played out here. And I said, I'll take that. That was right at the beginning of the game. And sure enough, we took it and we're still holding it. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups. It's looking pretty good. Computer thinks I have the advantage at this point. Black by 36 and a bit, which is pretty solid. Let's just quickly run this out, see if anything crazy happens. I don't think so. We're just kind of solidifying our lines here, demarcating our territory. Up here was a little bit loose. You know, there's some stones up for grabs. I throw one in there. I like that. He has been aggressive this game, and there's quite a bit of space in there. I doubt he could live, but it would be a pain if he did live and take some of mine and killed something off, and it'd just be kind of a pain to play it out. So safety stone by playing in there, real nice. Yeah, we'll just fly through the last handful of moves here. Yeah, we'll just play that out. And it's done. Perfect. We both passed. And the final score, black by 39. So solid win, and it was the big moves. This game was all about the big moves. He'd play out, you know, down here. He was only going out a couple stones at a time, and then I would just play way out here and get a huge chunk, right? So it's, think about that. It's, you want, if there's big moves available, it's usually wise to take them. And obviously you can't do that every single time, but you want the big moves. In general, if you can take a big move, do it because it's going to help you win the game. So, big moves. Real big moves. That'll do it for this one. We'll see you in the next one. Let's go. Big moves.